Hello and welcome. I'm Parisa Shelton with Shelton Qigong, and today I am so delighted to bring my friend and colleague, Heather Tell. Heather Tell is a Qigong Teacher Trainer, level 1 and 2. She's a Reiki master. She's an aroma touch expert on essential oils and doTERRA, and just an all-around awesome human. So hello, Heather, and welcome. Yay! I'm so glad we got to get together today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so we were just talking a little bit before, but do you want to just start by telling us a little bit about how you found us and your journey to Qigong and all that good stuff?
Yeah, thank you. Great to see you, Parisa, as always. And I found Chris and Parisa Shelton through a friend of mine, Michelle Francois Walsh. And Michelle had taken a course through you and decided to bring in one of your current teachers, Qigong teachers, to an event that I had attended. And I did that event, did the Qigong moves and such at that event, and really enjoyed it. I started to feel, a subtle shift in my sort of my persona.
Yeah.
And then I went to another event that Michelle had, and did another session of Qigong, and I really just felt another significant shift. Now, for those that don't know me, I lost my husband to cancer a few years ago now, but the cancer journey was tough, but I didn't realize how tough the grief process was going to be. So even through all of the talk therapy, which I appreciate and still do today, and through the journal writing and the grief meditations, I really found myself still struggling.
Mm-hmm.
So when I found out that Chris and Parisa were offering a Qigong level 1 teacher training, I jumped on the opportunity to join the class.
Mm-hmm.
And I had never done anything like that before. So I was all in. I'm like, if this can make a difference in my grief, it can make a difference in somebody else's grief. And I needed to learn more about it.
Absolutely. And then what made you decide to take the level 2? Just that it worked so much, you wanted to keep going?
Yeah, so actually, good question, and thank you. I have found myself noticing such a mental and emotional and physical shift in my grief process that I really just wanted to keep going. It made me feel like I could thrive again. When, like I mentioned before, the other modalities were definitely helping, but I found that Qigong really just took me out of my my stuckness. I know that's not a word, but I was stuck. And the Qigong really took me out of that. And so I decided, to do this to do the level 2. So, and that really just brought me to a better place just to keep going. It was just fantastic. I loved the fact that I can do level 1 and level 2. All the teachings, I just feel so blessed to know those teachings. And I find myself in my own now health coaching practice as a Reiki master and Qigong level 1 and 2 teacher as well. I've found that I'm able to help others get through their own grief or mental stuckness.
Totally. Yeah. And stuckness, and also sometimes in Chinese medicine, they call it stagnation, because I mean, you were a young mom with a small kid, and then to guide, and you actually, I know a little bit about your story. I know that you found Reiki in order to help your husband because he was so sick, and help him with the symptoms and all that stuff. And then to carry that load for both of you, and then his passing. It's only human, of course. Like, how do we move on from that kind of loss and trauma? But that is really the beauty and the eloquence and the elegance of the practice is that it declogs the stuckness. It removes that stagnation so that it's not that your love for your husband ever changes. It's just that, and he would want that. And also for your son is like, how can you be the best person today, given the container and the circumstances that you're in? So what a blessing and a gift to give to yourself, your kids. And now to be able to work with people and pay it forward is like the ultimate of like fulfillment and finding your life purpose. So just watching you grow and expand on this journey has been such an honor for both Chris and I. It's like, it's literally like watching a flower bud blossom. It's like so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I really super appreciate that. You two have been a huge impact in my ability to thrive through the grief and the loss. So thank you. Thank you so much. It's beautiful.
Yes, it's exciting. Well, I have a question too. It just maybe some of the viewers might be curious, but what is the difference? Like, how would you describe the difference between Reiki and Qigong?
Well, Qigong, in my mind, is a moving meditation. And Reiki really is, the practitioner myself bringing in the universal energy through my hands. So there's a bit of a difference there.
Yeah. But would you say that the similarity would be that they both work with life force energy?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
They both work with life force energy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The higher power. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. How would you describe like this reawakening or, revamping or transformation that you've been witnessing over the past few years?
That's a good question. I have just found that I've been able, like you had said earlier, kind of move through the stagnation, and have found in the process of moving through, I've been able to allow myself to grow mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And that has just been significant in my ability to thrive, and also very important to help my son to thrive.
Yeah.
I think that, I don't know if you remember, but he used to jump on line with me and do some of the Qigong exercises.
I do remember.
And I just love it because he was doing the moves right along with me. I mean, I didn't even say, get in here. He's just like, I want to do that too. I want to throw some of this grief away too, Mom.
He knew it was like the kids and the teens, they know, like they don't have this like distorted thought patterns. They just see it and they're like, oh, that's going to make me feel better. And they're drawn to it. And that's what's neat about introducing your kids to this practice at such a young age.
Yes, really. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And today he even will jump in with me and do some of the moves and say some of the sounds to clear his own grief and whatever he might be going through as well.
Yeah, because the kids, just think about with the whole pandemic, our kids have gone through so much in the last few years. And then add that for your son specifically, having lost his father at a young age, it's like, I know he's probably been holding a lot. So that's why the work that you're doing is not only affecting you, it's affecting him and then his kids and the whole future of humanity. It's like, no future. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that's a really important comment too, is because we work on ourselves as caregivers or a parent or just ourselves, but then it's when we actually start to share it with our families and then our close friends and then our community that we can all grow. We can all learn and grow. And the more that we do that, and I'm such a huge believer and huge fan in that very concept, Parisa, and that's actually one of the reasons that keeps me so close to what you and Chris are doing, right? That's why I come to the Chi Club almost every day.
Pretty much every day, yeah.
And because you are the same, you have that same mindset,
Totally.
you know, anyways, yeah.
Yeah,
The same
I know
mindset.
exactly what you mean. Yeah, it's a vibration. It's like a wave, and then
Yes.
there's coherence because the waves line up.
Yeah.
Yeah, congruency.
Yeah.
There's congruency there.
Yeah, I like that. Congruency.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. It's a good way to say it.
So what would you say to somebody who has just gone through like a major loss or experiencing grief or even a trauma, in that kind of like bottom pit of despair? What would you say to someone in that situation?
I would say a lot probably, but I would say you're not alone. And be kind to yourself. And what you may be experiencing may be very new and unknown and may make you feel uncomfortable. But I encourage you to seek out tools that will help you to get through your grief rather than around it, rather than pushing it down. And if you happen upon learning about somebody else who's gone through something similar, like a similar loss, find them out, seek them, talk to them, ask questions if you have the opportunity to do so, because you're not alone. You'll be okay.
Wow. I don't know if you can see, but I literally, the hairs on my arm are standing up when you said that.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's deep. And that's the message today, is that if you are going through a loss, you're not alone.
You're
There's
not
people
alone
out there who want to help. There's communities, there's simple things that you can do at home in the privacy of your own home in order to clear that stuckness and just really access higher levels of well-being. Because we have this one life that we know of, and this opportunity each day is a fresh start. And so I know it's cliche, like when you're in that zone and feeling really bad, but there's always tools and there's things that you can do to change how you feel in each given moment.
Yes, make it through those feelings.
Make it through those feelings. Yeah, like I like what you said, not go around it, but actually move through it.
Yes, move through it. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for mentioning those things too. It's super important. Yeah.
Any
lots of love out there.
How would someone get in touch with you? Like if I want to get it. Oh, and PS, I have had several sessions with Heather, and it's absolutely heaven on earth. So if you're in the San Jose or Bay Area, how would someone get in touch to receive a session with you?
Oh, thank you for asking. My sessions are held at the Morning Crane Healing Arts Center in San Jose, and you can find me through their website. You can also find me through my own website, and my business name is Heather Lynn Lifestyles.
Yeah, and we'll drop those websites in the description below. And
perfect.
Thank you so much, Heather. What a
You're
delight.
welcome.
Thank you so much. You're such an inspiration. I really really like knowing your story and your history and seeing where you are today is like, if you can do it, that's Chris's motto. If I can do it, you can do it too. And same for you. If you can do it, then we all can do it. We can all follow suit, because you are definitely an empowered and powerful, beautiful woman. So thank you so much.